welcome back to my channel. My name is Naya Amani, and today we are back with another video. So as you guys may have seen by the title, this is a part 2 to the Howard Q&A, and as you guys can see by right now, my partner in crime, my co-host, my guest, my boyfriend, he is not with me. So I am going to tackle these questions on my own. So based off the first Q&A, which you guys really liked, especially because a lot of HU 25 are starting to get their acceptance letters, and a lot of people are like searching up that video or searching up Howard on YouTube and stuff like that. I got a lot of follow-up questions in the comments, on GroupMe, on my DMs and Instagram, and I just want to make this video just to kind of answer those questions and not leave you guys with like a cliffhanger like I started but I didn't finish. So this video is definitely going to be a lot shorter than the first Howard Q&A. If you didn't already watch that, I will put the tag right here and definitely check that out. It is a 47-minute video, so make sure you have some time because me and Cole got real informative, real like in-depth on the Howard experience, and then you kind of got the best from both worlds. Like he answered questions, I answered questions, whatever the case may be. So there was just very broad questions. Like people were asking me to talk more about my major. One of the questions that I got was, you know, people are going in as marketing majors and they just want to know, how is it? How's the curriculum? Did I like it? And I just want to make sure I let you guys know and I specify because some people are confused. I graduated in May. I was a class of HU 20. So I graduated. I'm no longer at Howard. People keep saying like, how do you like it there? I can't wait to see you on campus. No, baby. I do not live in DC anymore. I absolutely loved everything about Howard. To answer that question, my overall experience, I would definitely rate Howard a 10 out of 10. I love it. So as for being a School of Business major, whether it's marketing, finance, supply chain, international business, or management, whatever the case may be, the School of Business literally sets you up to have the most opportunities out of every other school at Howard, I believe. And that does not mean that other schools don't have opportunities. That just means that the School of Business, like people always are coming to the School of Business. As Cole, we mentioned in another video, Cole is not School of Business, but a lot of people from other schools like to come to like the School of Business career fair. A lot of people like to use the connections within the School of Business to branch out and meet people, whether it's like my friend Hassan, he used to come to the School of Business career fair all the time. I believe he was like an advertising major or something like that, something in the School of Communications. But there are so many opportunities at the School of Business. You are able to come in and speak to like the people that they invite to that run like Fortune 500 companies, the people that they invite to the career fairs, the companies and things like that. You're able to come as other majors and speak to them and get opportunities to get your foot in the door to then follow your passion, even though it may not be something business related. So I feel like the School of Business definitely sets up everyone. I don't know if non-SOB majors know that they can come to our career fair and get involved with, you know, our guidance counselors and stuff like that, but they literally work at Howard. They're here to help. They want you to thrive whether you're in business or not. So definitely make your way over to the School of Business and just see what type of connections you can make. Even if, you know, you don't get a job immediately, introducing yourself to Johnny Grand or Miss Hampton, they might think of you next time something comes across their desk that has to do with poli-sci or advertisement or communications or co-ops or whatever the case may be. So just keep that in mind. At Howard, you are able to branch off to other schools and see what type of opportunities they have to offer. The curriculum. So I started off as a international business major. I believe I was an international business major for my entire freshman year. And then I transferred over to marketing because, or not even transferred, but I changed my major to marketing because I just wasn't feeling the 4 semesters of a language. I'm going to be completely honest. I did not want to take 4 semesters of French. I did not want to take 4 semesters of Spanish. And international business is the only major that requires you to do that within the School of Business. Every other major, you're able to only take 2 semesters of a language. So I switched over to marketing, especially because marketing is a lot more broad. And I'm a little scared to travel outside of the country. So I don't even know why I was international business to begin with. But the curriculum is as it shows. Like if you were to go on to Google and type in Howard University marketing curriculum, you're going to see all the classes that you have to take, all the credits that you have to take, what grades you have to receive in certain classes. Like, I know you can't get 2 or more D's, or you can't have more than 6 credits of D's in your core classes, meaning like if you're a marketing major, in marketing related classes, you cannot have more than 2 D's. Honestly, it's really what you make of it. It could be super easy or it could be super hard. You just have to really get in like a good groove. You have to study, you have to go to office hours, you have to pay attention, you have to go to class, you have to be attentive, and you'll be fine. Like, it's not the hardest work ever, but as long as you're someone who's always trying to better yourself, then you'll be perfectly fine. I've seen people pass and not go to any classes, and I've seen people go to every class and not pass because they just aren't, if they don't understand, they're not taking the extra step to understand. They're not going to office hours. They're not introducing themselves to the teachers. Like, in college, the professors literally are your best friend. And I wasn't an office hour goer. I did not go to office hours. I hated it. The thought of going to school after school to talk to the professor one-on-one, I thought it was going to be awkward. I didn't know what to say. But if you're personable and you go and you don't understand a specific topic and you ask about it, when they grade your test, they're gonna be like, she might have gotten that wrong, but at least I know she's trying. And they might give you, partial credit, versus someone they've never seen before and never comes to class and they're failing. They're like, I don't know this student. I'm just going to give them what they deserve. I'm gonna give them an F, or whatever the case may be. So I feel like it has a lot to do with making relationships, being personable, marketing yourself, going to office hours, showing up and showing that you care. Because, I mean, if you don't care about them, they're not going to care about you. Curriculum is what the curriculum is and what it always has been. The only thing that you can control is how much you care and how much you want to put into it. Someone asked me to talk about moving day. And moving day is super special to me because I am a Howard University campus pal. I mentioned that in my last video, but we used to help freshmen move in. And so I don't know how it's going to be now with COVID and, restrictions and things like that. But moving day is such a great time. Like, I wanted my mom to go home. I'm like, go home. They have it. They're helping me. They're going to help me unpack. They're going to help bring heavy shit up the stairs. Like, that's literally what we did when we were helping freshmen move in. I was carrying bins upstairs for people I had just met that day, because that is the Howard experience. We help each other. We love each other. And a lot of people who know pals think that like we're just people who turn up and we get lit, but no, we are an organization that helps transition freshmen and transfer students into the Howard experience. We want to get you comfortable, we want to get you acclimated. So move-in day, you just go, you get your key, you get your room assignment, you should have your room in, and you should have your roommate, and you should know what dorm you're staying in prior to getting there. But you basically just unpack your car, check in, and unpack your room. And if you're lucky enough, like, you and your roommate won't be unpacking at the same exact time, so you guys don't have to like get in each other's way. But I feel like it's really it's a fun experience, because even though it might be nerve-wracking and to know that your mom and your dad or whoever is leaving soon, you get to bond. Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone is moving in. Everyone is new. Everyone is just coming from all different parts of the world. And after your parents leave, you guys can link up in the yard, you guys can link up in the valley, you guys, like, freshman week starts. And freshman week, I don't know how they're doing it because of COVID, but freshman week used to always be a party. Like, they would literally sell party packs, and there would be a party every single night for you to go to, so you can make friends and like have fun and just enjoy the Howard experience prior to going to your first week of classes. So move-in day for me was just super special because I was coming from Connecticut, which is not a state that I met a lot of people from. And I felt weird because I didn't already have like a whole bunch of friends coming to Howard. Like, I didn't come from a place where they have like a state affiliated club, like the Philly club or the New York club and stuff like that. I was coming from a place that was like super random. So I feel like move-in day really helped me. It took the edge off to the fact that I didn't know anybody. I was able to talk to some campus pals. I was able to talk to people at the front desk. I was able to talk to, my roommate and her friend. She had came from Atlanta. So I was able to talk to, obviously they have a big club. I was able to talk to them. And I just feel like I never felt out of place at any moment, because as soon as I got there, I was like, okay, mom, it's time to go. So moving day is an amazing experience. Hopefully you guys get that even though it's COVID and, you know, things are restricted, hopefully you still get the really fun time. Hopefully it's not raining. And I'll even insert a clip of Campus Pals on moving day right here so you guys can see like how hyped we were. We literally...
Move your cut. His face though. Hey! Where y'all at? Oh, Trey, watch slow it up.
Another situation or another kind of comment I kept getting was people are scared to apply to Howard. Like they're juniors or they're sophomores, they really want to go to Howard, but they're scared that they won't get in. They feel like they don't have a lot of things to help them stand out. And I feel like my advice to that is to apply. Like the worst thing that can happen is that, you know, you don't get in the first time and then you apply again. Retake your SAT scores, get a better score, retake your ACT, get a better score, have outstanding letters of recommendation, reach out to some of the people at Howard, whether you know alum or you know people who work at Howard, you know someone on the board of trustees, or you even know like a student. Reach out and see if you can get any letters of recommendation. I feel like that would be super helpful. But all in all, don't be scared. Like what's for you is going to happen for you. So if you don't get into Howard and you get into something like Spelman or Morehouse or Hampton, like that is the path that you are supposed to take, believe it or not. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but Howard is an amazing experience. And even if you don't get in for undergrad, you can go for grad school, or you can go for law school, you can go for medical school. Howard is always going to be there. You can visit, you can come for the homecomings, you can link up with people from Howard and get the experience, even though it's not school, you know, 365 days a year. You're still saying like, you still have the opportunity to say, you know, I visited Howard and it's lit. Even though I go to Hampton, I got my degree, I visited the real HU and it's lit, period. So someone asked me, will Howard be remote in the fall? I have no way of knowing that for sure because I don't go there and I'm not following that. However, I did hear that there was like an informative town hall meeting recently, and that they were highly considering doing, you know, the full transition to in-person in the fall. So just look out for that information. I'm sure they'll be emailing you soon about it. I don't see how much longer they can keep you in the dark because you guys are going to have to start moving into dorms soon within the next couple months. So just keep a lookout for that. I have no idea. I hope they do. I hope you guys get that experience. But if they don't and the first semester ends up being, you know, virtual, then you always have the second semester and the next 3 years. So don't even worry about it. So someone asked me, how's the party life? The party life at Howard is jumping. It's lit. It's so much fun. I think my favorite part about that is springtime and on the yard. Darty season. If you don't know what a darty is, it's just a day party. They were always so much fun. As Campus Pals, we threw darties a lot. So that is actually like one of the best parts about Howard. Everyone thinks Howard is a party school, and we are. Point blank period. We're a party school that gets shit done. Period. So I feel like if I can find some, I'll insert some clips of just parties at Howard and stuff like that. And hopefully no one thinks like I'm crazy, because I used to have a good time.
I'm getting rich. You get mad. Hey, talking at his neck. Sus! That's my sus!
up in this motherfucker say yeah!
Little pretty girl bounce.
Hopefully with COVID, you guys are able to experience the party scene, like first Friday every Friday, or every first Friday of the month from 12 to 2, there was a party in Blackburn. When it's a nice day on the yard, there's always like a party on the yard, something fun on the yard, or a day party that day. Nightlife, if you are 21 and you want to go to the clubs, obviously go to any of the clubs on Connecticut or U Street. If you're under 21, house parties. House parties was my favorite thing when I was a freshman, sophomore, and damn near when I was a junior. Damn, when did I turn 21? My senior year. I turned 21 my senior year. So when I was a junior, freshman, sophomore, and junior, house parties was lit. But by junior year, I had started going to the clubs and stuff like that already. Always have a good time. Love party life. Another question someone asked is how to avoid drama. So the same way you would avoid drama at high school, you know, don't be a part of he said, she said. Don't disseminate any information that's not yours to spread. I want to say avoid it at all costs when it comes to like boys or girls, like significant other. You don't ever want to be fighting someone for someone else, but sometimes it just happens because you think like a man is yours and he's everybody's, or because you think a girl is yours and she's everybody's. Like, it's hard, but at the end of the day, my advice to that would be like, take them. Like, you want them, take them. That's your man, take them. That's your girl, take her. Like, I'm not gonna fight you over somebody, over one of these little kids. No. It's so many people at Howard, just chuck up the deuces. So avoiding drama is something that you do personally. It comes with growth. It comes with maturity. When I was a freshman and a sophomore, like I said in my last video, I was in drama because I wasn't mature enough to walk away. As a junior and as a senior, I was mature enough to be like, you know, I'm not about to beef with nobody over no dude or no girl, or I'm not about to be caught in like catty girl drama, like he said, she said, oh, I said that you were. No, I'm not doing that. Me and my friends, by sophomore year, I was so tight and close-knit and comfortable in my friend group that catty girl stuff just didn't have to happen because we were mature enough and we respected each other enough to talk about what was going on in our mind. So, I mean, drama is always going to arise, but as long as you don't make it bigger than what it needs to be, you're fine. Another question I got was, how do you become, or can you become, a manager for like sports? The answer is yes. If you're asking me how, I don't know. So one of my best friends, Brittany, she was a manager for, I believe, the football team. It really is all through work study. So you're gonna have Handshake, and Handshake is basically where you find like all the job opportunities, work studies on campus. You're gonna get a lot of information about like companies coming to campus to do interviews or mock surveys or mock trials or whatever the case may be. You go on Handshake, you filter it to what you want to do, and you filter it to on campus, and then you can see all the on campus opportunities, all the work study opportunities. And then I believe you go through the School of Communications to sign up for work study and all that stuff. You definitely get paid, you get a check. It's a good time. I think Brittany did it basically all 4 years. So you can definitely become a manager for sports teams and things like that. You just have to talk to the right people. I'm not sure, I didn't do that. Another question I got was, do Howard and Bowie students party with each other? I think in all 4 years, I partied with Bowie students, or I partied in Bowie only once. There was like this mansion party that was thrown by Howard people, but it was all the way out in Bowie because that was the closest place they could find like a nice mansion that was affordable. And Bowie students came out, and there was like a bus that took us there. They got like this big party bus or whatever. I'm not gonna say people don't do it. I just don't think I did it, mainly because like once I found my group of friends, which were basically pals and my roommates and, you know, maybe a couple other people, I didn't try to stem out and find people from like UMD or Bowie. Like, I would see them. I felt like everything I needed was at Howard, so I never needed to like go to another school and seek out like other fun stuff. Howard is fun enough, period. Another question I got, which I feel like might be another question that a lot of people have but are like scared to ask, is, are Howard people like down to earth, or are they bougie and stuck up? I feel like it's a mix between both. It's definitely a nice little hybrid. Like, you'll find your bougie stuck up people, but once you get to know them, they'll be down to earth for real. And the only reason why you thought they were like bougie or stuck up is because you didn't know them for real and all you saw was like what they show. Like, I know a lot of people in the beginning were saying like, you don't look, to me, they were saying you don't look approachable. You always have this mean face. You always are walking so fast to class. Like, you just walk straight through the yard and don't look up, don't smile, don't whatever. And I just feel like, I'm from New York. Like, when we have someplace to go, we go. We don't look up, we don't walk slow. I don't tread lightly. I have a tunnel vision. If I'm going to class, if I lived in South and I was going to SOB, I was going to SOB. I wasn't gonna, hey guys, hi guys, walk slow. I was head up, looking straight, walking to SOB. And you would have to physically, like, out loud call my name for me to even have seen you if you were like sitting on one of the benches and stuff like that. Like, I've walked clean past my roommates on some like, I really just didn't see you. And they'd be like, Naya. And I'd be like, oh, hey girl, da, da, da. Like, people are weird when they're like, oh, you just look mean. Like, you don't. I just look, that's my face. I'm walking to class. Why would I be walking to class smiling from ear to ear? Like, it's just weird. So once you get to know people, and everyone who's ever said that to me, once they like get to know me, they're like, yeah, you're not at all what I thought you was. Like, I hated you at first because you look mean. You hated me because you were a hater. No, I'm kidding. You hated me because you didn't know me. And once you got to know me, like, it was cool. So I don't think that people are bougie and stuck up. I think they might look bougie and stuck up. And once you get to know them, like, you're like, wow, you're actually cool. You're actually a really good friend. You'll literally see the bougie stuck up people that you thought were mean at the same exact party as you, getting drunk, twerking like you are, or getting drunk, getting into fights like you are, or getting drunk, having a good ass time, standing on tables, chugging, taking shots like you are. Like, you'll see very soon that you guys have a lot in common, and you'll no longer think they're bougie and stuck up. You'll be like, I just saw them at El Rey getting lit. Like, El Rey is the spot everybody goes to. Y'all are gonna know, but you have to be 21. But you're gonna be like, damn, I thought she was mean. She's having a good ass time. Like, I'm having a good ass time. So my advice for that would be, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't look at someone and automatically assume that they think they're all that. Like, that's petty. That's elementary school stuff. We're all in the same place for the same reason. Someone told me they just want tea. Like, they want to hear about the dorms. They want to hear about the food. They want to hear about the room. They want to hear about tuition. So I really do need you guys to be more specific when you ask questions like this, because I can go on and on and on and on and on. The dorm situation, it is what you make of it. If you want to stay in the quad, stay in the quad. If you want to stay in CHN, CHS, stay there. I never really had any problems. I didn't stay in the quad. Like I told you guys in my last video, I stayed in CHN, College Hall North, which it's just me and my roommate, and then we share one bathroom. So it's not the communal bathrooms. I loved it there. I felt like I completely got the Howard experience, even though I wasn't in quad and I didn't have like the sisterhood. I still feel like I made amazing friends. My roommates are all my sisters. Everyone who lived on my floor, my sisters, love them to death. I feel like I didn't lack or I didn't lose anything not staying in the quad. And I can't speak for what people might have gained from staying in the quad because I didn't stay there. So that's the dorming situation. College Hall South is similar. It's just for sophomores. So as a freshman, I stayed in North. As a sophomore, I stayed in South. And then as a junior, I stayed in Towers. All of it is just a little ghetto. It's all very interesting. Like, I love staying in the Towers, but I did have to emphasize and tell them very sternly, I'm not sharing my bedroom with someone. Howard tried to make the rooms in the Towers, put 2 beds in the rooms in the Towers, even though it's only made for one person. I had to tell them, don't do that. I actually took the other bed and pushed it out of my room. And I was like, that is all y'all. Don't put someone else in this room. Point blank, period. The Towers is supposed to be a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It's not supposed to be a 2-bedroom, but 2 beds in 1 room with 1 bath, 3 people in 1 bath. No, it's not gonna happen. I had to tell them, you have to be stern with these people. Like, I'm not going for it. If you need to have your mom call up the school, but just let them know. I was like, I'm not going for that at all. So you are going to get what you want if you are assertive and you are stern. Remember who you're dealing with. This isn't a situation where you need to be like, well, okay. No, I'm not. You can't stay in my room. No, my room is not a double. My room is a single. And that's how it's going to stay. So they did the same thing in South. They put 3 beds in South, I think bunk beds instead of 2 beds, which it originally was supposed to be because they accepted too many freaking people. No, there cannot be 3 beds in this room that's only suitable for 2 people. Absolutely not. So that was the dorm situation. Food, living in towers, you have a kitchen, you have a refrigerator, you have a stove, microwave, cabinets, all that stuff. So feel free to go to Trader Joe's or the Whole Foods or whatever, get groceries and cook for yourself. As for freshman, sophomore, I believe that you have to have a meal plan. So you can either do the meal plan with dining dollars and swipes, or you can do the meal plan with like an endless amount of swipes and less dining dollars, or you can do the meal plan with only 3 swipes a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then a little bit of dining dollars. So they give you a whole bunch of options. I think that I did unlimited swipes with the highest amount of dining dollars because I went to the C-store a lot. So obviously dining dollars are what you use to pay at the C-store, and the C-store is literally like the corner store, the convenience store on Howard. There's one in Blackburn, there's one right next to Annex, and there's also one in the towers. So you can pay with cash or card in there, but it's outrageously expensive, and it feels so much better knowing that they're dining dollars. So whatever. And you can also pay for food in the caf with dining dollars, but it's like 12 dining dollars versus 1 swipe. So I would definitely get the swipes, get the meal plan, and then get the dining dollars. That's what I did. And I loved it. The food is, you have the sandwich line, you have the vegetarian line, you have the stir fry line. I think you have the burgers and fries. Sometimes you have pizza. Every Thursday they do Soul Food Thursday. I don't know about y'all, but I loved Soul Food Thursday. I loved Soul Food Thursday. I love the yams. I love the fried chicken. I love the baked chicken. I love the catfish. I love Soul Food Thursday. Some people turn their nose up at Soul Food Thursday because they know what like real soul food tastes like. But like I said, y'all, I'm coming from Connecticut. I'm from New York. Soul food. We're not Southern. We don't do it. So I thought Soul Food Thursday was delicious. And as for tuition, I talked a little bit about tuition in my last video, but I got a Grace Grant. I was a Grace Grant recipient. I definitely took out lots of loans. I didn't get any scholarships. So I think my tuition was somewhere between like $40,000 to $47,000. I don't know if they're changing it now, but I hear a lot of people are stressed about that. It differs per person, but one thing I can say is try your best to seek out outside scholarships. And once you get a scholarship, try to maintain it. So, you know, if you have to maintain a 2.5 GPA or a 3.0 or a 3.5, make sure you do that, because they will snatch a scholarship quick and then you'll be in debt. And then overall, I just want to say, like, Howard was an amazing time. I am really sad that my last semester was kind of taken away due to COVID. And I'm really sad if you guys' first semester is going to be taken away due to COVID, because I know you guys already sacrificed a lot with like prom and high school graduation and things like that. However, Howard is an amazing experience. It is what you make of it. Just do your best, try hard, make the connections. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Always remember that. I heard that 100 times when I was at Howard. Like, make connections, mix and mingle. You're literally paying for the marketing. You could have probably got the same education somewhere else, but you're paying for the contacts, you're paying for the marketing, you're paying for the career fair, you're paying for the experience. So don't shoot yourself in the foot by, you know, trying to take on too many courses so you can't actually experience what being at Howard is about. Or don't shoot yourself in the foot by, you know, losing your scholarship and having to leave, or being on academic probation, or getting in trouble by smoking in the dorms and stuff like that. Like, don't do something stupid to get kicked out, because Howard is an amazing experience that you know, if you want it, I encourage going out and getting it, period. So that's all I have for this video. My shirt and my pants, this is like a little set. I don't know if you guys can see, it's a little set. My shirt and my pants are both from the bookstore. Howard University bookstores on campus right next to Starbucks. And that is really just where I'm gonna wrap up the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and do all that good stuff. And you know, I have to shout out my Black-owned business for today. So it's so many Black-owned businesses that came out of Howard. I really wish I could name them all. I really wish I could talk about them all, but the one I'm going to talk about today is ADW. She makes clothes, she makes bags, she makes totes, she makes all that good stuff. So I'm going to put some of her stuff on the screen, and I'm going to put her title right here. Y'all already know the drill. But yeah, check out my last video if you haven't seen it already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Yo, Izzy, are you kidding me?
I would like to get